Got anything happening over here?
No. There's Blue Creek.
There is Blue Creek. Shout out to the Blue Creek General Store,
If
y'all.
you're ever in Adams County, Ohio, and you want a good sub, breakfast biscuit, pizza, burger,
Literally
wings,
anything you can think of. They're kind of like a redneck hibachi. If you think of it, they probably make it for you.
Coming soon, Bigfoot burger.
they just gotta get the buns. But
Is it
they'll get
confirmed?
It is confirmed. They just need the buns.
Oh my god.
We will have a Bigfoot burger.
That's crazy, y'all. Bigfoot burger coming soon to your local Blue Creek General Store. Yeah, it is. What was the temperature you said when we left?
62 or 3.
Do we have service up here?
It is 62 degrees outside around, y'all, but it is much warmer up here on the top of this ridge on this unnamed road, which we have chosen to come up and add to the patrol route tonight due to some photographs sent in to the patrol via Facebook Messenger, which showed a black figure which seemed to be a Sasquatch off to the side of the road over here. Yep, it is. This.
What we should do?
Well, I don't. He never said what part of this road it was on.
I feel like it was down more.
Yeah, in more of the like holler area. I don't think it was more up on this ridge.
You know what we should do?
Yeah.
Put this light on the back of the truck
Mm-hmm.
and have a camera recording out the back.
Oh, like
That one
GoPros
dude-
and stuff.
That's because that one dude said put a GoPro on your back when you're hiking in the day and you'll be surprised what you see behind you.
Yeah, we just met a fellow Bigfoot cryptozoological researcher earlier today who mentioned dogman encounters and whatnot that he had. I failed to recall his name at the time. Scott. We'll just say Scott for right now. But yeah, he seems to be a really legitimate dude, and he said the best way is to, you know, put cameras everywhere and not really be actively looking for anything,
Put a GoPro.
but put some GoPros on all around your views, including behind you, and just kind of watch footage afterwards.
Whenever you feel like you're being watched, then go watch the tape back. And
Yeah.
You might see something.
I mean, that is how I have my UAP photos from Wright-Patterson Air Force Base. I didn't even know it was happening until I looked back at the photos and boom, there's a UFO.
Exactly.
So maybe it's the same thing for Bigfoot. I mean, from the encounter photos I got on Facebook, which are in a post on the Adams County Bigfoot Patrol Instagram, if you want to go look for it, the dude was basically just using his dash cam, and he ended up looking back at the tapes, and sure enough, there's this large, black, hairy, gorilla-looking figure on the side of the road, which, what else could it be other than Bigfoot? Or skunk ape, or whatever you want to call it, Sasquatch. But yeah, we're gonna see what else we can get tonight. We're gonna head into where my great-grandfather actually apparently had an encounter with a Sasquatch near one of the fire towers back in the 70s or the 80s, I want to say. But we're gonna go check out that location, hopefully, and see if we can't find anything here in 2024. Yeah. Oh.
I didn't bring my phone.
Okay.
You want to walk up real quick?
I mean, I don't know.
It won't take long.
I think you're underestimating how tall it actually is. It does appear to be unlocked.
GoPro.
It's very windy. So we scaled an old fire tower here, which is completely open to the public. I'm not sure the hours of it though. So
Sorry if we're here after.
sorry if we're here after hours. It's kind of a
We looked for it last time we were here.
yeah. It was a little foggy last time we ran through here, just a wee bit. It's unfortunate there's so much graffiti up in here. Such an historic tower. I think I read it was built in 1924
For $1,100.
for $1,100. But
You look down there. I don't know why you can see it.
Yeah. Oh, you can kind of see the lights off in the distance. Those
Can you see how far up we are?
those towers are where Portsmouth is. Not trying to drop my phone out off the tower, but that is
roughly 60 feet up.
Yeah. According to the sign we wrote, we're approximately 60 feet up above the ridges here.
The tallest ridge in Shawnee.
Yeah.
I think.
I do believe so. It's a shame we don't have better night cameras, but seeing the tops of trees here is the best you're going to get, I'm afraid, in this nighttime environment. And seeing what's directly below us down there.
That'll help.
But no Bigfoot. Oh, has anyone ever done a Bigfoot call from a fire tower before?
You know, reach real far.
Woo! Oh, that's pretty cool. Once again, something I thought I would have to go out west to go do. Right here in Ohio.
Find a lot in Ohio.
Yeah, state motto is find it here now.
Exactly.
But
if you're looking for a fire tower,
if you're looking for a fire tower, Bigfoot, aliens, Serpent Mound, ancient Native American legends, all sorts of stuff. Various fossils. We got bears. We got cool rock formations. State's truly got everything.
One of the world's most weird crater impacts.
Yeah. The only crater impact crater's what happens with the impact. The only asteroid impact in the world to ever strike a fault line.
And it made it wacky.
Made the energy all wacky, which is why experts believe so much happens in this particular part of the state, in this particular part of the country, because Earth's energy's being wild. Caleb here might be afraid of the heights. He was complimenting earlier that he's glad that we came up here at night so he can't see how high up we actually are.
I don't know. Is there a wasp?
Wasp really went 60 feet up.
I guess so.
Well, I guess nature finds a way, as is famously quoted in those Jurassic Park movies by Jeff Goldblum. Nature finds a way.
This is awesome because there's nothing when we're all down in the valleys and whatnot. All of them are blocking the wind.
Yeah.
When we're up here above everything, we're never good.
We are literally at the highest point in the park here.
We're literally the highest people in Shawnee right now. Elevation wise.
Yeah.
Don't do drugs, kids. Or I guess it's legal now, but I still want it.
Yeah. Remember the DARE programs from schools, kids. Mind you, that all of us, when we have our Bigfoot stuff happen, we are completely sober. None of us
We might be sleep deprived.
Yeah, we might be tired and sleep deprived, but that doesn't mean we're crazy or tripping. It's just...
We're just showing you guys what we see.
Exactly.
We're high on life, right?
Yeah, we're
High on a fire tower.
We're not drinking those substances that are taped up here in this tower.
Yeah.
We're all natural. So we have just left the parameters of the park in McGowan here. This is the second time he's had us stop to pull over now because he is appearing to have become ill, and he is complaining of a motion sickness type situation happening.
Well, he didn't feel
that he
until we left the tower.
Yeah, that he didn't feel until we left the tower. And while we were at the tower, we were trying to take a photo from the thumbnail of the video, and he had a urgency to leave the area. Oh my goodness, he's letting it rip out there. But he's saying he was sensitive to heights, and we were up a good 60 feet there. But I couldn't help but notice the correlation of him feeling uneasy and wanting to leave the area, and the common occurrence that Bigfoot or Sasquatch, when they don't want you to be in an area they don't want you to be, they let you know by making you violently ill.
And the doctors have no way to tell what it is.
And the doctors, yeah, people have gone to doctors and, you know, they're like, well, you don't have any sort of medically diagnosed illness. It's just kind of an unexplained bug, which is what seems to be occurring here. But Brandon, are you fine? I mean, I've had no symptoms and whatnot. I'm not
that bad with heights.
Yeah, and neither am I. So I'm wondering if it's an isolated thing where it's only affecting him, or if it's
maybe because he's already afraid from the heights.
Or maybe he's already,
weak.
He's amped up from not only being up high, but also being, you know, in a situation where there may or may not have been a Sasquatch in the area. We had the woodknocks, what we thought were woodknocks, while down at the river or the lake there, shooting the stars.
It sounded like gunshots, but they're too close and not loud enough.
Yeah. So I don't know if there's gunshots that what we thought were gunfire would have been classifiable as.
I mean, they sounded like more quiet.
Yep. Up, he's getting up
and closer, but it sounded like a gunshot.
But definitely some interesting happenings here.
Really been
we'll have to interview him. Yeah, we haven't had anything that would be really concernably notable, but here we have a sudden, out of nowhere, violently ill officer who otherwise usually isn't. So maybe we were in the presence of one, and we're still seeing the after effects of that.
I don't know if it's more of an occurrence, but for football, that good dude, he would get nervous before practice, and he'd throw up every day. So I wonder if something's making him nervous now.
Guess we'll have to do a post-game interview with him, because as of right now, he's just still yakety-yakety. So this is officially on record of both our latest and earliest Bigfoot hunt. It is 5:25 a.m., ladies and gentlemen. We are pulling the all-nighter in the name of trying to get to the bottom of the truth here. We dropped off Officer McOwen back at base camp due to his sudden and severe illness, which unfortunately to our hunting, but I mean, I guess he couldn't help it. We had to pull over on several occasions and let it out on the side of the road outside of a state park. But we are now here, Officer Brandon and I, at our one of our two normal areas of activity. And we think we heard an owl.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm almost certain. And yeah, the birds are definitely awake. Don't they?
I heard the owl again.
Yeah.
I think it's that way.
Just gonna have to keep listening. See if Sam Squatch isn't awake with our early birds this morning. Getting that early bird worm.
Early Sasquatch, but still.
What would the early Sasquatch get? The fish? I mean, they're herbivores, I think. gets the berries, but that doesn't make sense. The berries are always there no matter what time of day it is.
Sasquatch gets the mulberry plant.
The mulberries. That's what it is. The prized mulberry plants.
Don't eat the green ones.
Don't eat the green
They'll
ones.
make you sick. Eat the dark purple ones.
Who's to say Bigfoot's favorite mulberry isn't the green one, though?
It could be. And also, don't be eating random berries unless you know what they are.
Yes, of course.
I feel like that's
Have the same policy
sense.
for berries and fruits you find in the wild that you have for snakes you find in the wild. Don't go near or touch or consume unless you know for sure it is safe or dangerous or whichever way.
And if you don't know what food you're putting in your mouth, I wouldn't put it in your mouth.
Exactly. Like we were up at Serpent Mound yesterday, and this guy here had me try a leaf that tasted like Fruit Loops.
But I knew what it was.
But he knew exactly what it was. And, you know, we feel fine. I wouldn't have eaten a leaf for any other dude, but this dude's becoming a botanist who knows his plants. So I trusted him. And here we are making this video for you, the viewer. So there you have it, folks. We're going to keep rolling till something interesting happens.
Until the sun comes
or until the sun comes up and the Bigfoots go to bed for the day, because I'm pretty sure they're nocturnal. Although there have been Bigfoot sightings reported at all times of the day.
Maybe he just is up when he wants to.
Yeah, maybe they kind of just do their own thing, like we're doing right now. I think I hear what you're hearing. That freaking, it sounds almost like the owl, but it's not the hoo 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 hoo. It's more of a one hoo. So it could still be an owl, but it's in a complete opposite direction of the owls we've been quote unquote communicating with.
Try doing the noise we just did again.
The owls obviously think we're talking to them. I keep hearing the hoo 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 hoo. I forget what type of owl that is. I wish I knew off the top of my head. Maybe I'll put it in the bottom of the video right here. Might be the great barred owl.
I know there's.
Or the great. Owl. Yeah, the barn. I know screech owls screech, given the name.
There's only 2 owls I know.
And the barn owl. Huh.
There's a horned owl, I think.
Yeah. I know. I think there are horned owls in Ohio.
I got no clue.
I'm not quite up to date on the current birds of prey species here in Ohio. I know bald eagles, red-tailed hawks, turkey buzzards, all the various different types of hawks and such, but not too familiar on the type of owls other than what I've seen in person. But they're definitely out here now at location, hotspot, cemetery, whatever you want to call it, number 2. And the birds are very much awake in this rather chilly morning. It's supposed to go up to a blazing 95 degrees later in the day. Probably not ideal weather for Bigfoot's big furry coat. Or, you know, I'm trying to keep logs of our own weather and time and temperature when we have our sightings, because I'm not sure if other sightings I've read into really have that yet. But nonetheless, as Brandon and I were conversing over on the way up here, how less freaky these cemeteries are during the daytime, or even in this morning hour here.
Because at night it's the fear of the unknown.
Exactly. It's whatever that word is called. Fear of not knowing what's over there. Or over there.
But now that you can see everything, you're not scared.
Even though we're legit in the same area under the same conditions that we'd have stuff happen here, with the only exception being the brighter light. And it is significantly less wild, which kind of shows you, like, to a degree, like, how some of these night happenings of these cryptids and aliens and whatnot could really just be the night conditions messing with people's minds. I mean, not that I think a lot of our happenings have been that, but it certainly influences the human instinct to want to speed off and get away from the situation you've been put in. Whereas, like, here in the daytime, you don't have that instinct because you can kind of get a better sense of what's actually around you. But, you know, I've had people send me in photos from this area, locals who've had their own sightings and stories that have been during the daytime and also some at nighttime. So I guess it's not really a nocturnal creature or a daytime specimen necessarily. Sort of it shows up when it feels like it kind of thing. And I guess if you have the superpowers that Bigfoot allegedly has, you can do that kind of thing. You're on nobody's schedule. You're a wild animal, interdimensional wild animal. That may or may not be an alien, may or may not be a monster, some lost, ancient, higher powered natural being. We're not too sure quite yet, but you know, we're trying to figure it out. But for now, this has been the pilot episode of season 2 of Live on Patrol. And until next time, y'all.